What surprises you most about yourself in this lifetime? I mean, what's that one thing you go, what, geez, that's a surprise. I didn't, well, I'll let you finish it. What surprises you most about you in this lifetime? Let's begin. How are you feeling, by the way?
Good.
Yeah, good. You feel like a flow in the body and
I do.
good.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Yeah. You've, if you don't mind me being a little personal, you've gone through a lot of changes. There was so many old locks and hooks into things, old family things, old things,
Yep.
and you've gone through a lot in letting those go. Scary at times.
Yes. I
really
was
scary.
reflecting, it's been about 6 years of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Really scary, but
Very scary.
those days are, as Calder would say, they're going to be in the rearview mirror. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But that actually leads to what came to me first. It's the layers.
Yeah.
What surprises me the most is just layers of fear, layers of awareness, layers of joy, layers of anger.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so many layers and layers and layers, and it just always surprises me that it never ends.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to put a number on the number of layers that you've gone through, how many do you think?
I can't even
Make up a
begin.
number.
I feel like I've had so many lifetimes in this lifetime.
Yes.
There's layers within each lifetime. So
Yes.
I don't know, 2,000.
4? Oh, good. 2,000. Yeah.
No, I'm saying layers.
I would
and
say probably
layers.
more like about 17,000, but that's okay. A lot of layers.
Lot of
Yeah.
layers.
Yeah. And that's why it would normally take 179 years to work through all this, because you peel off one, there's another. Actually, after a while, it's demoralizing. You're like, will this never end? Are there
Yes.
going to be more layer? What comes next? What onion do I have to peel? So we're in a strange dynamic. The alternative is to just do it all at once, or do it like in a couple of big steps. The problem is that's overwhelming.
Yes.
It's really overwhelming. And when Schomburg tried that, they try to get out there and do it like super fast, like we're racing, and then they find themselves on my side of the veil,
Yeah.
out of the physical body, like that kind of change, and that's okay. But then they feel very compelled to have to come back right away to pick up where they left off.
Mm-hmm.
They don't hang around in the other realms for a couple hundred years like they used to do. They feel very compelled to come back right away. And when somebody comes back right away, you know what they do? Pick that same family.
Yes.
Same family. It's like, it's because the family's like, all right, come on in. Somebody's going to get pregnant tonight, and might as well be with you. So, and then they come straight back in, and then they're back in a very old pattern, and it's actually like taking about 20 steps backwards. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the difficulty. We could do it a lot faster, which some of you would like, but there is the mental and physical balance, and that's what today is really about. That mental and physical balance of doing all this. Yeah. So it surprises you the amount of layers.
Yes.
Okay. How are you doing with those layers?
Better these days, for
Good.
sure.
Good.
You made a comment in the Marab about when the body is falling apart, it's
Yes.
hard to be in your mastery. It's so distracting.
Yes.
So I feel like I have come out on the other side with the body, so now I am able to get through things a lot easier and with more grace than I have been in the past. There's not as much fear.
How did the body issues, the phantom body issues, how did that serve you?
I mean, layers of trust.
Yeah.
Letting go of the fear.
Yeah.
And really just trusting myself that there really is always a solution.
Right. I'm doing a stare down here with you. And if you don't mind me saying,
Yeah.
It gave you a good reason for not being first, or in the first of the first. It gave you a really good reason for not being right out there. Part of you wants to be right out there. I really want to be that innovator, that pioneer ahead of the other Shambhala. Mm-hmm. And you're good at that, but you've had some problems with it in the past. And there was that, I'm never going to do that again, be the first. I guess the best way to put it, you felt like you were that that cow who walked off the cliff. You were the first one off, and everybody else followed you, and pretty soon there's a whole pile of cows down at the bottom. And it's like, oh, it was my fault. I should have never. And so you've intentionally held back. And you've used the biological things for holding back, and you have so much brilliance. And we are going to go off a cliff, but instead of falling like a bunch of cows, and somebody's already complaining online, there he goes about cows again. You know, listen, this is not PETA, this is Crimson Circle, and we can talk about cows, and they're not dead, it's an imaginary thing. Do you believe that? So, but instead of falling off the cliff, we soar. So don't be afraid of kind of being ahead of the pack again. Okay.
Yeah.